All right, we are back. Welcome to another episode, or really the first episode ever of There's a Potato in the Air.
Wait,
yeah, that didn't fly like I thought it might.
I was reading a very confusing text at the same time and was like, wait, what?
Anyway.
It's gonna be that kind of recording.
There's something in the air. We are here today to discuss the Season 3 Wynonna Earp trailer that just dropped, when was it? Yesterday? 2 days ago? I don't even know what day it is right now. It will have been a few days ago once we published this. Anyway, this is not the quality content you're here for.
Yes, it
is.
That's exactly what you're here for.
That's why you're here. You know what we're about, son. Like, come on.
So this is BP.
And Michelle.
And Monica.
And today we are going to break this thing down. We recorded it in slow-mo. We took some screen caps. We're just, we're going to bring our own brand of nonsense to this. And we're actually thinking about recording a commentary over the trailer at some point, which I'm certain everybody will want to watch. But, one thing at a time.
After we accidentally did that already.
But the commentary was Michelle talking about getting mail at her mom's house that was actually for a different Michelle, but that's fine.
At my college address. They were a few years late.
What the fuck was that?
She already told you what it was.
No.
About a home care thing.
I literally told the entire story, Monica. Did you
Sorry,
just mute me?
there was a noise outside. It sounded like a bird ran into my window. Also, take out her last name. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Thanks.
For me.
For whoever edits it that isn't me.
It's fine with me.
Obviously, there are a lot of people with that name in that area, but still.
Clearly.
Also, you saying we made screen caps and slowed it, that's very generous. It was all BP. And Michelle took a bunch of notes. I just showed up. Yeah.
Did I say we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lies.
I think it's because I name all our files we, like Wynonna Earp, and so I just get used to saying it. I'm not saying you guys had anything to do with this shit.
Alright, great. Well, I'm glad you guys can see how she really feels.
I'm the superstar that makes all this shit happen.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We have officially broken up.
For the third time today.
It's been a rough
I think
day.
we're at a tally of 7 overall. It's going really well.
It's a good day all around.
Alright, anyways, I'll cut a bunch of that. So
this fucking trailer,
where do we
man.
want to start?
Alright, great.
This fucking trailer, man. Is that all we want to say? I mean, I feel like that covers it if we just want to stop.
I feel like we also need to say the word potato, and then we're pretty
Potato! Sorry.
done. Podcast over.
I would like to say that so I watched this at work, right? And I'm not supposed to be on Twitter at work on my phone or on my work computer, and I 100% definitely was on both as I was waiting for the trailer. I probably could have asked someone to let me know when it was ready, but I didn't. I mean, I also turned on whatever. So I was anyway. If anyone had walked by during those 90 seconds, my arms are up in the air. My face looked like Marcy's when she was doing her reaction video to it, but I was at work surrounded by 20 people. So that was pretty funny to me. Maybe them, I don't know.
That's the type of shit that happens to me all the time. Well, when I actually do go to work and Amy Acker tweets.
I was really impressed just from the beginning. The music and the way the logos came out and everything, it reminded me of a movie trailer.
The IDW logo, this is the weirdest thing to talk about. The logo for the company. It reminded me of one of the really, really shitty Zack Snyder superhero movies. Random. I don't know why, but it did.
I don't know what movies those are, so I can't really participate in this part of the discussion.
The DC movies. Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman.
Ugh, I hate that movie.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that because I love
Batman
myself.
versus
I wanna be
Superman:
happy.
Dawn of Justice, the movie where justice gets screwed over.
I only watch good DC content that makes me happy. That's a lie.
No comment.
I only watch DC content that, knows its characters and allows, logical progression of what they're doing. So I really thought that the opening with the music and the logos, I don't know, I was just really impressed with how well it was cut together and how it looked. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I did too. It looked more like a movie. It was actually like I felt like something was starting in a theater. I was like, ooh, and then it took like 12 seconds. I was like, oh. When it came out, I was like literally passed out somewhere. I didn't even realize it was coming out that night, but I had a panic attack and I took too many drugs and I was literally passed out. So I woke up and there's all this talk about potatoes and I was very confused.
I thought that it was coming out Saturday, not Friday, and like I had told you guys earlier, my Friday was a little bit stressful calling like different companies and doctors' offices and shit trying to get stuff sorted out. So I had all my notifications off for everything, and I just get like a random text from Monica that's like, "Hey, have you been on Twitter at all today?" It's like, nope.
Because I suspected that you had turned off all of your notifications and did not know that it was dropping that day, and I thought maybe you'd want to know.
I got that text and I was like, uh-oh, what happened? And I went on and I was like, there was just potato a lot on my feed and I didn't really understand it. And then you sent me just like a direct link to the tweet that had the video. Which is very, very helpful because I was just like, potatoes? Like, I don't understand at all.
For like 10 minutes before it dropped, because we're all waiting. We know it's going to happen at some point, like during that festival in Austin. And Nick and I think Jill were all caps just tweeting back at each other, just shouting at each other. We were all very excited.
It sounds pretty on brand for you guys.
Yes, that's correct.
I like the way that it opens, and it like not just like the like logos and like the music, but like how they open up with like scenery. It made it really, really, really feel like a movie trailer. Also, the fact that they don't give you more than 2 seconds of like any scene or anything makes it really, really feel like a movie trailer. Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening this season, but I know that there are a lot of people and guns, and there's a lot of blood.
Yeah, there were a lot of scenes of people just holding guns at other people.
And a lot of people like smoldering into the camera.
There is a lot of smoldering. Good call. Good call. I thought it interesting that one of the, like you said, we started with scenery, but one of the first shots that we see is a shot of, like a sheriff's SUV. And is it Nedley? Is it a hint because, Clutie was a sheriff? Does something happen to Nedley and that's Nicole? Like, just one little shot of a car with the fucking word sheriff on it. I'm like, oh, what does this mean? It could go in all these different directions.
I also do really enjoy the cameo of my favorite prop of Purgatory, the sign.
Yes, of course.
I didn't even notice the sheriff fan the first time I watched it. I was just like, ooh, the sign.
You're such a dork.
I still want, like, a huge painting of that in my house.
You said that there was a shot of your favorite accessory, and I was like, I didn't see the fucking generator.
Oh, man. They blew that up, didn't they? Oh.
The generator?
Yeah.
I think Wynonna sent it back to hell.
Well, I guess the alternate universe thing didn't happen, because I'm thinking, like, they demolished the barn, but then that kind of undid itself.
We get our first glimpse of Mama Earp in this trailer.
They're in Gus's. They're in Gus's truck, riding around the mountains. Because the first character we see is, of course, Calgary.
Of course.
I have thoughts about the sheriff SUV.
Good.
That's what we're here for.
That's
all of this, of course, is going to end up being nonsense.
Oh, absolutely. And all of our theories are going to be wrong. We admit that from the
completely.
beginning.
but they're still going to be fun.
Hilarious. Wait till you hear mine about the potato. Go.
Gosh, okay. Wow. I have to wait for that. It's like, I'm just on the edge of my seat, but it's mostly because I'm falling.
It's mostly because that's just how I chair.
Yeah. So when I was sitting there, I noticed that it's like right over the line.
Yes.
Or is it right not over the line? Oh, well, it's welcome. I swear it says welcome on both sides, and it's also on every street there is. But anyway.
All of those are factual statements.
That sign is everywhere and nowhere.
It made me wonder, for some odd reason, if it was almost like a test. Like, I wonder if Nedley can cross the line. And it's not to say he's a revenant. I mean, we now know there's lots of things that can't get out. But we've seen Nicole cross, and I was just wondering if maybe Nedley has an issue. Or then again, he may also be sitting there trying to keep something out. Or that just maybe, Waverly went for another walk. Who knows?
Maybe someone stole his car. Maybe a potato is driving. I mean, no one knows.
Someone definitely needs to redo that image with like the window down and a potato like waving out.
I can't wait to create a photo series called Potatoes of Purgatory, where I just Photoshop potatoes into all of the pictures. I did that with one of the promo pictures, the one with Nicole and Waverly. I put up them holding a potato and then changed like 3 of the billiard balls to potatoes.
You know that there's a Tumblr that already exists for that.
I would imagine Nedley's office is already working on it, if I were guessing. If I message her, she'll be like, oh yeah, we can do it together, but I am 3/4 of the way done.
It's already finished, but you can put your name on it too.
Yes, because she's the nicest person ever. I noticed that too, BP, and, 17 different directions this could go in, or are they just showing us because they're showing us? But is anything just because in this show? Does Emily Andrews just do anything casually? No. No, she does not.
I feel like the day she did something casually like that was like the day we need to send her to a doctor. Like there's something seriously wrong with her.
Because we're in charge of her medical care.
Like the Earpers will find a way to get a doctor to her. We're very concerned.
So next scene is Doc raising the ring, and he's also inside a circle. And I wanted to note that, first of all, there are more grains than we used in the 7 grains of salt last year, and it also looks like we've upgraded to pepper.
It's probably Ash.
It was Doc Stash who said she thinks it's chocolate chips. If it wasn't Doc Stash and it was somebody else and you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
You can yell at Monica.
That's fine. I'm Monica. Yell at me.
I think it's really gunpowder.
Oh, maybe. Or I was
like, he's summoning Captain Planet.
Because that's his ring, right? There was a discussion last night.
A ring.
It's a ring.
I assume he's trying to get his immortality back.
Has anybody done a study on all the different rings that we've seen in the show thus far?
Probably. Jewelry stores of purgatory.
There's probably a Tumblr for that too.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't Nicole wear a ring for a while?
Yes. And then she had a different one last season. And then I think there was a lot of speculation about one of them wearing a ring in the promo shot that was released. But I didn't get too far into that, because I just didn't.
Yeah, so he might be trying to get his immortality back. He might be summoning Clutie. He might be trying to communicate with Juan Carlo.
He also might just be setting up a really awesome Instagram picture.
That's true. Or
He might have just made a new filter.
couldn't find a sword and he's just pretending to be He-Man.
Why is his hand wrapped? Was that the same? Was that at the end of last season and I just forgot?
I don't think so.
No, he was fine at the end of last season. I mean,
Is that
emotionally
his
not. But
old hat?
It is a hat.
I mean, it's not his old hat. It was eaten by the Holodemon.
I was gonna say that scotch taped together.
and I don't know enough about summoning circles to know what you use other than salt to keep bad things out.
I don't know, but that's pretty small if that's what he's trying to do. I wonder if he's trying to, like, transform into something.
A dragon. A sexy dragon.
I don't claim to be to know anything about summoning circles, but I've been watching a lot of Lost Girl lately, and like Trick uses wood chips at one point, or like wood shavings. Like, I guess you could use literally anything.
I don't know. For some reason I thought charcoal, but, you know, why would...
I actually was about to say that, too.
But that doesn't make any sense. I am also not an expert on summoning circles. I stopped watching Supernatural after like 2 seasons. But for some reason I was thinking it was charcoal. It is really small, I mean, but I guess it doesn't have to be giant. He doesn't have a chair like the blacksmith did.
So I think he's not expecting anyone to, like, push him out of it.
He just didn't have very much whatever the fuck material that is, so he had to be economical.
He had to conserve it. I hope he applied it like in a salt shaker, like, you know. I hope that's he ground it out around him. That's what I hope.
So he's been there for 2 hours just grinding.
It is a really cool shot though. Oh, and I'm looking at the sorry, I was gonna jump to the next scene if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Go. I
How
was about to do the same
dare
thing.
you?
Listen.
Look and listen.
So Dolls looks like he's all dragon-eyed and looking at his medication. And is that... I didn't notice this before until I had, like, stopped the awesome gift that you made. Is that Waverly with him? To the left?
How are you seeing anything?
Don't see a person with him.
Oh, wait, there is, like, half of a face. Hold on.
Like 1/4 of a face.
Yeah, I'd say that that's Waverly. It looks like
Oh
Dom's
man,
nose.
that happens so fast.
I just happened to pause it at the right time, I think.
It looks like Dom's nose, because I'm an expert on these things.
Naturally.
I don't know, but everybody knows that he has dragon superpowers now, so...
And what color was it? I'm going back. So is that the blue one?
Yeah, have we ever figured out what well, I guess it's now, like, maybe a slightly different formula because Rosita's producing it, but there was, like, a blue and a purple, and we never really got any, like, information on whether, what each does.
Right.
Well, one of them made him, like, go bonkers.
That was the purple one, I believe.
Yes,
There
I
you
believe
go.
so
So I
too.
think the blue one's the one that, like, keeps him from being all dragony. And he certainly looks like he's eyeing that thing, like, do I want to still do this? Or now that I'm, like, out, do I want to just be this thing? Because we need this thing more than my regular man self. More than, what is it, Agent...
Fancy Pants Agent Man?
There you go.
I wonder how much of him we'll see in season 3.
I'm guessing not a lot.
Why?
Because that's what everybody's been saying online, and I'm just gonna go with the masses on it.
A lot of the other cast had posted a lot about all their time in Alberta, and he hadn't, and he is so busy. Shamir is doing other things that I just wonder if he didn't really have time. That's all.
Maybe not. Maybe he's gonna dragon out
Maybe.
and sacrifice himself.
I mean, who knows? Obviously, we never know what to expect in this show. And then we have Bobo in the well, just hanging out. He apparently hasn't found Doc's secret tunnels yet, because he's laying in the bottom.
He looks like he's in the mental institution clothing again.
And he tore off one of the sleeves to use as a hat, and he still has enough nail polish. He did just enough nail polish to do his pinky.
You don't think it's, like, just broken?
I don't know. I feel
You
like
know
he
what I
always
mean? Like, it got
Yeah.
hit with a hammer.
maybe.
I feel like Jewelry of Purgatory would have a field day with all of his rings.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Bobo always has been a little bit extra.
a little.
A little.
There's, like, a bucket and some rope down there, but obviously that well isn't very good at welling.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, there's a bucket down in the empty fucking well.
Well, actually, that's a really good point.
I think in this case it's just, well, Robert, but okay.
I don't think I would want to drink that water.
No, it has like
no.
100 years of Doc in it, and now it has like however much time of like Bobo sitting in it. Like, no thanks.
But I am happy that means we'll see Bobo next season. I mean, we'll at least see this much. Probably more.
I love him so much.
They just randomly pan to like a covered well, and it's like, that's your reminder that Bobo exists.
He's such a good fucking actor. Michael Eklund is. Like,
It looks like his blonde might be gone on his beard. I know it's on the other side, so it's like hard to say, but it's all kind of dark down there.
I was thinking the same thing, but yeah, since it is on the other side, it's hard to see. And then we have Waverly looking real sad.
Looking real concerned.
But looking real great with those bangs.
Yes.
I guess she just wanted to be like Emily.
I feel like this is after she finds out, like, her mom's alive and abandoned her.
I was trying to decide where she was. If she was in the woods or, like,
she was in
at
the
homes.
woods.
Yeah, you think so?
Or the barn.
The barn doesn't have actual walls, so yeah, that.
But I think the walls of the barn are a little more uniform than that. But who
Nah, it's
knows,
probably
honestly.
Yeah, it's probably the woods. But.
She's inside the generator.
Yes. The call is coming from inside the generator.
And then we cut to Nicole surrounded by a bunch of dead people and like the bottom of a neon sign, and I'm just assuming that it's Pussy Willows.
It's most definitely Pussy Willows. You can see the feet and like it's definitely the Pussy Willows sign. Whatever happened there, I guess Aphrodite made them do it. And
The person on the right looks like they're cuffed. Like, it looks like their hands are behind their back, but it might just be because they, like, threw a sheet over them.
which one?
The person on the right, like, whose legs and stuff you can see, it looks like
Oh,
his,
I
like,
see.
hands are behind his back.
So does the one in the middle of the screen. In the blue shirt.
Yep.
Maybe this was some sort of like hostage mob, like take out everybody at this strip club.
And it looks like someone is hanging, right? That's what she's looking at?
Oh, I thought she was just looking up, like, at the bar or someone standing, you know, and, like, talking to them.
Oh.
But I don't know who it would be.
I
I feel like what's about to come out of her mouth is like, you just created a shit ton of paperwork for me, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, isn't I'm trying to, because don't we see Willow? Oh wow, Willow. She's on the show now.
This is my favorite show! And then they put on one of my favorite characters! Yeah!
Waverly in a room with like her hands like chained up, surrounded by dead bodies, kind of at one point.
Yes.
Isn't that's a thing that happens? So maybe that's like Waverly's kind of like, whoops.
I may have killed everybody.
It looks like the person's arms are down, though. I mean, I don't know. And, like, they're standing... Like, look, there's, like a brass banister thing around. Like maybe they're just up on a platform. I have not frequented a lot of strip clubs, so I don't know how the dancing works. I think it's different from club to club. So maybe they're just standing higher and they're not hanging.
So, does it not look like there's someone standing on a stage up by the neon sign? Do I see legs, or am I just making this up?
I mean, make up what you want. That's kind of what we do. Sorry, I'm trying to go back and then stop it.
That may just be part of the sign.
I think
or
it's part of
glitter.
the
I think it's part of the sign.
You don't know me, whatever.
Yes, Jessica Rabbit has entered Pussy Willows. She's standing there. All sorts of cameos this season. Whatever happened there, though, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it really doesn't look fucking good at all.
I'm just gonna go out on a brass bar and say some shit happened.
I am gonna do that. Oh, and how cute is Jeremy's little mustache?
Oh my gosh. Is this all real?
The show? No, it's a drama.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I meant to ask before I was so rudely discarded. What?
Nope.
Anyway, is that mustache real?
Yes, I believe so.
Like, because not a lot of dudes can grow a mustache like that.
I mean, I can only think of two. They're on my screen right now. Yeah, I think it's real. I think it's super cute that he's like, oh, I really like Doc, and so I don't know, like, the biggest form of hero worship ever. It's super cute.
I agree.
So then we think this is Waverly chained up?
I don't know, I'm trying to, like, multitask and I'm failing miserably.
You
Who's
mean
the new
back at
chick?
Pussy Willows? Or
Oh no, I already skipped a little bit. Who's the new chick?
Chantal Riley? Her name is Kate. Her character's name is Kate.
But we don't know anything about her, right?
No. I'm super excited. Like, I don't know, just from this trailer, I'm excited to see her character.
She seems like a fucking badass.
Yes. And then we have Nedley looking pensive. Is that a shot of him in his sheriff's van sitting at the boundary?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's how I got the idea of him. I mean, and it could be obviously totally unrelated, but it certainly looks like he is either waiting for something to come or like waiting to try something. Like, I just have this weird theory that he's like trying for the first time to see if he can leave.
That's a really
He's
cool
like,
theory.
That's one of those, like, fun questions where, like, you don't really want to know the answer, so you just sit in front of a fucking sign for, like, a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he crosses over, and then Nicole probably tells him that he's extraordinary, because that's her thing. Okay, so we have two people, like, climbing through the snow, right?
Waverly and Wynonna. Not
You
Waverly,
think-
Nicole and Wynonna.
Okay, that's what I thought, too. Also, do you think Nicole has a new uniform? It looks like her shirt is a lighter blue. Someone brought this up in the video chat last night, and so I was trying to pay attention. It looks like her shirt is a lighter blue, and maybe there's a lighter blue stripe on her pants. This is the important critical analysis that you were all here for.
I didn't see that at all.
Well,
I could identify that it was Wynonna and Nicole, and
Right.
that was it.
but it looks like Nicole's wearing the khakis. Doesn't it?
No, it doesn't look like khakis.
No, it's the same thing she had last season, right? That had a blue stripe down at the new thing, right?
Yeah, it was like navy, and then it had like light blue.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know why you guys are attacking me. Her pants look lighter than dark, but okay.
That's just a stripe.
I
They
feel
look-
attacked.
They look dark.
I thought you were my friend.
Oh my god.
And then they broke up again.
Again. So who's this French guy that Dolls is fighting with in the beret? Do you think he has a baguette?
I don't know if they're fighting so much as like hugging it out.
I know, it's kind of what it looks like, because then is that him in the next scene? They're like going on a woodland adventure.
Yeah, it's like he runs into like an old friend, and then they go on a woodland adventure, and then later, isn't that same dude in a clip with the dude who blows dust in their face at the end?
Yes.
I assume that's Clutie.
Yeah, so do I.
For some reason, that guy just reminds me of the gentleman from Buffy, and I don't know why.
Oh, me too. You just interrupted me saying that. Thanks so fucking much, Michelle.
And then they broke up again.
No, he reminded me of the gentleman as well. I'm happy to hear I wasn't the only one.
Whew, I feel better, because I thought that I was going crazy, because I'm like, he doesn't look like the gentleman, but for some reason, he reminds me of him really badly.
I'm about to make my second Who Framed Roger Rabbit reference in this podcast, but he reminds me of whoever Christopher, I think it was Christopher Lloyd played in that movie, the mayor of Toontown or whatever. It reminds me of the gentleman, and it reminds me of him.
So two vastly different characters.
They really are.
Both creepy, both tall, skinny, creepy, bald white dudes.
Wow.
They were.
You're not wrong.
Thank you. So, Waverly is chained up somewhere.
Yes, this is definitely not Pussy Willows.
And there's a cage, and there's animals, and yeah, I thought it was the
I
basement.
thought it was Shorty's basement.
Oh, the meth lab?
Yeah. Because
Kirsten is not going to be happy.
she's not. It's really going to drive down the property values. What, so it looks like there's an axe at the top of the scene. Like at the top of the
Yep.
frame? And what
Yes.
what is that furry thing that's next to it, do you think? Or did they just...
It's probably like a dead animal.
It looks like someone's making a skin suit on the left. Just saying.
They go the full
Pretty
silence
well
of the
versed in
lambs.
these things. There is a body to the right? On the
Yes.
floor.
And like a weird cage thing.
And is that... Okay, so we have the axe and then
Is that
we
a
have...
guy walking in?
What?
Like the shadow, it actually looks like a person,
Which
like running in the middle.
Right underneath the animal or the boom mic that they didn't cover up?
Correct.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it could be like Doc dressed in black, hunched over something, standing next to a box full of meth lab supplies.
Are we sure that's Waverly?
I'd know
I'm
those
pretty-
bangs anywhere.
I was going to say the bangs. If it weren't for that, I would know. Or
It
be
looks
certain.
It looks like Waverly to me.
It does look like the person on the right, like, had an actual axe in their head, right? Like, there's a huge split in that head.
Wait, sorry.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Oh, damn. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna be hard to come back from.
Guess what it's not? A mannequin, because it's never a fucking mannequin.
It's never a mannequin.
Yeah, I don't, actually, the one thing I don't like about this trailer is how much, like, hurt / captured Waverly there is. Like, there's too much of
Yeah.
it for my taste.
There is a lot of it. A lot of her screaming, a lot of her bleeding. I mean, that's not necessarily her blood.
And there's just so much detail. Like, look at all the shit sitting around this room.
In the shorties one, or did you go to the next scene? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm still with chained up Waverly.
Okay.
The thing is, they gave us, like, because we had to slow down this video in order to be able to, like, process anything. If you, like, watch it in real time, because I have both open, the scene with Waverly, like, chained up is less than a second. And in that, like, less than a second, they give us enough to sit here and talk for 10 minutes about all of the stupid fucking details.
Knives, mic booms, people's head being split open. That is definitely some human skin on the left.
It looks like it's from that one episode of Doctor Who.
I was gonna say the skin flap lady.
Yes. Didn't she keep yelling hydrate or whatever?
Yeah. And then they have to, like, spray her with, like, a little spray bottle.
Nick has sent that gift to me, like, in response to multiple tweets that I have said, maybe about skin suits. I don't know. But I've seen it several times in the past few days.
I haven't seen it at all, but as soon as you said, like, a flap of skin, my mind instantly went to that episode.
Yeah.
So next, are we back in like, oh my frick, I just saw this. There's like bodies in cages.
Right? Thank God you slowed this down.
Whoa, yeah, I
everyone
was
be
only paying
impressed.
attention to the equipment that looked like they were going to the dentist.
Yes, to all of that.
Yikes.
Do you think that's a stripper pole? Like to the right of the dentist chair? Are we still in Pussy Willows?
No, it's
No.
just the mount for the light.
Okay, it was a joke, dude.
When I was taking notes on this, I had the video up on YouTube, and I think Opal was annoyed with me because I was literally just trying to frame by frame it, so I was just, like, smashing my space bar constantly just to, like, get to the next frame.
But yeah, there are people in cages, and those cages look just like the one that Waverly's next to in the previous scene, and not like the cage that the shirtless, drooling dude who was stabbing himself after getting the peach-scented kryptonite shit that Big Bubba made was in. Hopefully you know what I mean. Wow, that was a description.
You ever thought you would say?
I don't even know what I just said.
It puts a lot of really weird words strung together, and if you don't watch this show, somebody would probably think that you were more insane than you actually are.
Peach-scented kryptonite shit. Yes. I seem to have Supergirl on the brain these days. Sorry, everybody.
These dudes look more like monsters to me than men. It's like it reminds me of like season 4 Buffy that we're creating or utilizing demons to like create something different.
Yeah, they don't seem human. They seem more like if those other guys were the gentlemen, these guys seem like they're henchmen in the straitjackets.
And you can't really tell who's carrying who
No.
into there. And the guy in the back, it looks like he has a stormtrooper helmet beside him.
Best crossover ever.
It kind of reminds me of like a really like fucked up version of the Arrow Cave in Arrow.
Nope.
Which I realized none of you watch. I was like, get a reaction.
Nope.
Oh wait, none of you watch that fucking show.
Michelle talks about
I love that you
garbage.
thought that would explain it. You know, the Arrow Cave.
In Arrow,
In
that fucking
Arrow.
show. It's like a little like it's either holding people like prisoner in the cages or it's like little cases for people's supervillain costumes.
Michelle, what is the arrow cage from? Is it from Arrow?
No, it's from Buffy. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. So you think it's either the demons themselves or what?
Or it's like somebody has like super villain outfits stored up because like that, like the stormtrooper helmet thing. Kind of, that's what made me think of it.
Man, I try to get you to say it again because I've been holding in for like 30 seconds that you could make a case for either one of those things. Sorry. It was terrible.
I quit this podcast.
We might we might hit a new record today of times we've broken up. So the next scene, I just want us all to get along. So,
Creepy ass dinner.
right.
It's so fucking terrifying.
Okay. So, all of that looks like baked goods, right?
Yes.
Do you remember when the character breakdown about Zoe Palmer's character Jolene came out?
Oh my god, yes, please.
Okay, so Michelle remembers.
I don't.
No, sorry, I'm just like I've just written the episode in my head, and I'm very excited about what I've created.
It said that she was into baking. So when I saw this on Twitter, I apologize. I'm using someone's theory. I don't remember who it was. But it said that, you know, she was a fun times gal, and that she likes to bake. And, you know, that's a lot of baking there. So I wonder if she has something to do with it. But also, I will say that how the scene is shot, it doesn't look... Stay with me, but it doesn't look like reality?
It looks like the dream sequences they've done before. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say.
Yeah, me too.
It reminds me of every single episode of a show where people get like turned into dolls.
What if they're puppets?
Like weird, like Stepfordy bullshit scenery.
So who is it?
It's Nicole, Waverly, and Doc.
And then I think that's Wynonna standing
what I
next to
thought.
them. Like, who walks in the room.
She walks in the room because Zoe Palmer's drugged them with baked goods, and they're now all weird, like clone-looking things.
Michelle just wrote the fanfic in her head.
Uh,
Well, the moment that you said Zoe Palmer, that's like instantly what happened in my head.
yeah, that doesn't look real to me, though. It looks like even the lighting outside, you know, it looks very much like that scene they shot when she was, like, in an old dress and, like, running after Willa and stuff, like, very early in season 1.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just so weird seeing them all just like sitting around at like a table full of food, like not looking miserable because, like, what show are we talking about?
So
I think
clearly,
that's another reason we know it's not real.
right. Clearly it must be a dream. Doc throwing knives seems a lot more realistic.
Yep.
He's throwing knives. Oh, yeah, I thought he was hitting somebody at first, but now that we slowed it.
His hand is also still bandaged up.
Oh, so apparently we have an injury early this season. I'm sure there's like some blood part to the sacrifice nonsense or summoning, whatever.
Right.
There's always blood involved.
Yep. And then we get to the part where the characters actually say words.
Wait,
Things are about to get weird.
I'm sorry. I assumed that he was in the barn throwing stuff, but is he in a room of mirrors? Is that a reflection? Or is it just how it's shot?
It's the barn.
But if you go frame by frame, it looks like there's someone else there, or a reflection of him throwing, or like someone's attacking him, or am I on drugs? Maybe.
Does one theory prove the other? Like the negating?
Those are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I don't really see how that's.
Fair.
No, I think that's just the barn.
Okay.
And then he says it's about to get weird, right?
I fear that things are about to get weird. Yeah, I think is what he says.
As if things are not weird enough at this point.
Well, he says that, and then there's somebody licking a fucking potato.
Oh my god.
He's like, let me just telegraph that this next bit is going to be weird.
Who do you think is licking the potato?
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna tell you who it's not. Pete.
I do not think it's Chrissy Nedley.
I know who Pete is.
A lot of people are saying they think it's Wynonna.
I don't know. It's confusing.
I do not think it's Wynonna.
Definitely thought it was a dude.
I don't think it's Wynonna.
I mean, it kind of looks like Melanie Scrofano.
Maybe they have a brother.
Tatiana Maslany is the show.
Fuck yeah.
Melanie Scrofano plays all the characters now.
Someone check to see if that's her nose. That's how we'll know.
I saw side-by-side images of the ears, and the lobes are different. And then someone else was like, no, it's prosthetics. Look, Melanie has a mole in the same place that this potato licker has.
What?
I've seen a lot. Like, look later, dude. People are really into finding out who potato licker is.
Prosthetic ears? Really?
This show doesn't have a lot of budget, but god damn it, we're throwing money at the ears.
Oh man.
Okay.
I can't tell if it's like the hair's like shaved in the back or there's like a ponytail. Not
It could just
that
be pulled to the side if it were
says
her.
anything definitively one way or the other.
I do not think it's Melanie Scrofano.
I didn't even remotely think it was her, but now that you've said it, I'm like, wait a minute.
The first time I saw it, I was, watching it, not paying tons of attention, but that happened. I had to pause and go back and rewatch and be like, who the fuck is that? And if it was like Wynonna, why is Waverly just watching her lick a potato?
I have
super intensely.
Waverly ate spiders and lipstick last season, okay? At least this is food.
This person is just trying to test that potato for lead. It's the Jeremy lead test. You just lick things.
See, and I just assumed from the very beginning that it was a guy because for some reason I didn't think we had that many new characters, and for some reason I equated it with the person that she's kissing later.
I always think Wynonna kisses a potato licker?
Well, I mean, white dudes are all the same. That's all I know. I figured it had to be the same person.
I said that to someone because I was in a discussion of whether or not the guy that she was kissing was Champ, and I was like, I don't know. Like, all those dudes look the same to me.
That's not Champ. What if...
Go ahead.
Who has a son?
When does this show premiere again?
July
20th.
Oh, the 16th, actually.
We have over a month of people talking about potato lickers.
Okay.
As if it's going to stop then. Just wait till it actually airs.
What if the potato is actually Mercedes, and that's just her new face, and we don't recognize it?
Ew.
Wait.
Make it better.
Wait. Rewind. Can you say that again?
Mercedes got a new face. It looks like a potato. We just don't recognize her.
And she's making out with this
No,
person?
she's the potato. Danny fucking Kind is the potato.
I know, and like Danny fucking Kind, the potato is making out with this person.
Right. She's not making out.
It seems like there's some serious consent issues here.
We don't know what discussion happened beforehand, BP.
You guys were talking about Danny fucking Kind as a potato right now.
So I tweeted that, and Danny fucking Kind liked the tweet.
Hell yeah, she did. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This show is ridiculous. I love it so much.
I put forth
Moving on.
that theory last night, too, and Emily didn't deny it, so I guess you could say it's canon.
Who are these 4 dudes in the next scene?
Oh, there's
Do we
more to
know
this
them?
trailer than that.
Yes.
The potato licking is very intense. The eye work that goes along with it, it's like Katie McGraw level eye work. Like, it's very intense. Sorry, yeah. Very intense. I think some of those dudes are revenants. At least the one on the right.
Isn't her name Katie McGrath?
It's pronounced McGraw.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. Which, just trust me when I say I've seen her say it enough on video.
What?
I don't know if anybody's aware, but Monica has a mild obsession.
I'm just a fan.
All right then.
What?
All right then. I mean, in a million years, I never would have said that.
I don't know why you'd ever say her name.
I mean, it's true. Maybe that was what I meant.
So I think that at least the dude on the right is a revenant.
Sure, sure. The one to the middle left is Snape.
Always.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I keep rewinding and I go back to that damn potato.
I do too. I keep trying to go back to the first frame of it, and I keep landing on potato.
You're doing it on purpose now. It
So,
looks like one of these dudes doesn't have a mouth, but I think it just blurred where I paused it.
so Wynonna and Nicole and Jeremy and random dude are fighting these other 4 guys. And I think someone said that the random dude there holding the gun was on Rookie Blue. I don't recall his name.
Okay.
I did see that somewhere, which is weird because I haven't really looked at social media enough to be like to have heard all the potato theories and whatnot. But the Ricky Blue thing sounds familiar.
I mean, you don't need any potato theories other than the one that I just gave you. Danny fucking
It's
Potato.
true.
Danny Potato kind. So they're fighting in the bar, and Wynonna shoots Peacemaker, which is probably bad. Oh, and then she's in the woods. I assume the Pine Barrens, and it looks like a Peacemaker bullet like curves around her.
Yeah, I've seen some different theories on this. I don't know if you guys saw, like, I specifically made a, like, slow thing of this. I've seen, I think it was Kevin, that one of his theories was it was, like, a fairy.
Yes, which never occurred to me, and it's super fascinating that it could be.
I definitely also thought it was a bullet, but it's weird to think, like, where it's coming from. Because it looks like she's getting out of the thing's way. Like, it doesn't look like necessarily that it is avoiding her. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay.
Maybe she like has a new superpower this season where she can kind of like slow down time.
Maybe.
Or maybe it did curve. I just watched the movie Wanted a couple days ago when they like sling around and curve bullets, and now I'm pretty sure everything is that.
It looks like it goes past her and then does a U-turn, like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon.
It doesn't look like a solid bullet. It looks like just like an orb.
Yeah. Maybe it is a fairy.
Just like fire.
Yeah. Maybe it's dragon fire.
Huh.
Could be. I mean, we are talking about Wynonna Earp.
Maybe Doll's like sneezed.
Maybe he really did have Kung Pao chicken with enough hot sauce to... I don't remember the rest of that quote.
Insert rest of reference here.
Right. You guys have seen the show. You'll know what I'm talking about.
That seems fair.
I can't do all the work here, you know.
So this looks like Clutie again, right? Coming up to Doc, or we're assuming someone.
The
ominous.
gentleman.
Dressed as
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera.
Totally. And then Waverly's all Wynonna, and she's like, she looks like she's in a trance or a coma or like some sort of. Don't lick my computer, you weirdo.
It's like a game of Woodland Princess went too far.
It's like, you know how when you're little, people would tell you, like, if you looked at the TV too long, your eyes would freeze that way. Damn it, Wynonna, if you play Woodland Princess too long.
They went out to lose Cult, and she just started flashing back real hardcore, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe she's like connecting with what happened with Willow for some sort of, I don't know.
With who?
Willa. God damn it.
Twice.
I'm gonna do it next.
Maybe she's connecting with what happened with Willow as well. You don't know.
Well, I do actually think that's true. But that's another story for another time. So is Jeremy breaking a head over this guy? Nope. Is Jeremy breaking a plate over this guy's head?
Yes, and there's a doily. Oh my gosh.
And I feel like that's a revenant that we've seen before.
He looks like the one who wanted to possess
Oh, damn it, you're right.
yeah, because that's who he reminded me of too, but Wynonna killed him.
Yep. The rest of that reference, that like the part of the conversation that we just didn't actually say out loud, the one that tried to take over Wynonna's body.
Yes. Who ended up taking over Shorty's body. Who...
Yes, but doilies.
Doilies. All correct. So, Mama Earp is holding Peacemaker.
Looking frazzled as fuck.
Frazzled as fuck. When I first just saw it going through so quickly, I thought it was Waverly, because it looks like she did,
Yeah.
you know, in the alt last year.
That disaster
she's
hair.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm sure they just have the same hairdresser.
It's Wynonna.
Yeah.
But,
And
like...
we're assuming that's Peacemaker, right? I mean, we don't know.
It could have
I
been
don't
that
for sure.
second
I don't
gun.
think it's Peacemaker.
It could have been that second gun, you know, that was in the other giant non-matching purse. But if
There's like another one, like another gun.
but like, you know, Mama Earp isn't supposed to be the Earp. It's supposed to be Ward, right? Because he was the heir.
Yeah.
So like, why is she like, what the fuck's up with that? I don't know.
Well,
This-
if that is Peacemaker and she's trying to fire it, it's clearly not. It's like clearly denying her. It's not glowing at all. She just looks real scared.
I mean, yeah, we don't know.
But, you know, this could be something as simple as, like, Dolls comes in being all dragony, and she's just like, stay away from me, I'll do it. And he's like, okay, lady, I know you can't fire that, but
If she's in the barn, does that mean she and Doc are sleeping together? Doc's getting around. Good for him.
Doc doesn't seem to have been sleeping in the barn in season 2, right? Once he got Shorty's, he was kind of living there.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah, he
All
lives
right,
upstairs.
Fine.
So Mama Earp comes back from who knows where, and they put her in like the drafty, barely building out back.
I don't know, maybe she was, like, just digging stuff up out there. Secrets and shit, you know.
Waverly's like, yeah, no, you can't stay with us.
You can't sit with us. So Dolls, like, throw someone into the front of a truck, it looks like.
Yeah, he does.
And Wynonna looks so, like, unamused in the back.
Like, can we just please move on? We have shit to do.
And is this Doc walking down the stairs to, I assume, Shorty's?
Yeah, coming out of his apartment.
Think so, yeah. That looks really funny if you go back and forth.
And then
Whoa.
And
It's
then-
like a shuffle. Sorry.
you should make a boomerang of it. And then we have the French beret guy that is either Dolls' mortal enemy or best friend talking to the gentleman dude who we assume is Sheriff Clutie, who looks still creepy as fuck.
Clutie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is, like, it's like, he's just really fucking creepy. Like, they've tried harder, like, with Danny fucking Kind and making her face melt, but this guy is way scarier.
Way scarier.
It looks like something's getting ready to go down at high noon. I mean, it's pretty close.
And then Wynonna, like, managed to get trapped upside down in the forest.
I mean, obviously.
What?
With Doc and Nicole?
It seems like they were, like, trying to help her out or, like, find her, because they both seem really shocked that she's just dangling there.
She's like, I can totally do this by myself,
And
guys.
they're like, so we'll be 5 minutes behind.
Be right there.
And then there's a bowl of the mechanical variety.
Yeah, there is. And some beer.
And hair porn.
Lots of hair porn. Like, rated
It's
triple
hair-
X hair porn.
Hair porn on mechanical bull.
With beer.
Which, by the way, it looks like it cuts off right before she pours the entire thing on herself.
I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for that scene, and it's not just gratuitous. Melanie Scrofano pouring beer on herself.
Doubt it.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that it is like essential to the plot, not at all fan service.
I just love how they seem to get us.
It also wasn't like a weird after party, like in a day of shooting, and wasn't ever intended to go in the show.
Right. This isn't Wynonna. It's actually just Melanie Scrofano.
And then we get Nicole like yanking Wynonna along. I'm assuming they're handcuffed together at this point.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
And like, that's gonna be, like, I can already tell it's gonna be fucking hilarious. And amazing. I really like those two together. And I do love myself a wacky situation.
It seems
Yeah,
like...
and the guys had it last season, the three guys, Jeremy, Doc, and Dolls, so...
That's true.
To have Why Not getting it, that's fun.
I agree.
It seems like they kind of are like fighting, kind of like Avalanche, using like each other as weapons.
You did not just compare Why Not to Avalanche. Wow.
I'm talking about in the premiere when she gets captured by Caesar, and then like she like has the chain, and Sarah does the thing on the shields and all the other. I'm sorry, I'm now thinking about Legends of Tomorrow. This was a terrible mistake.
I know what you were talking about. I have seen the show.
I can't. My brain, it doesn't stop. Sorry. I'm going to be useless for the rest of this podcast. Continue.
So,
They're fighting these four guys, one of which has track pants on, which for some reason is hilarious to me.
he's straight off of Jersey Shore.
And it looks like he has a knife in his back, like belt. Dude has a baseball bat, which is delightful. Oh man, the one that falls down, like, kicks him in the face.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. What if Track Pants is on our team? What if...
I think Track Pants is Wynonna.
Is that the light blue stripe? Is it Nicole?
No. Unless she has a white stripe now. That's white, right? I mean, it's not...
Yeah, and those are some pretty epic boots.
That could be, though. I mean, Wynonna might... No, it's Wynonna.
It's Wynonna. I think that Nicole, like, yanks her handcuffed
Slings her.
arm. Right?
I love that she wore those fucking boots with those fucking pants.
I feel like she left the house in a hurry.
BP, you don't know.
You're right. Maybe that's the style in Purgatory right now.
Purgatory
Crop tops and
fashion.
track pants. And...
Right.
Yeah, but it looks like Nicole just picks her up and fucking slings her at that guy.
Yeah, I think that the tug and all of that is just like one sequence.
That's fantastic.
That's why I made the Avalanche reference.
The look on her face. Melanie Scrofano's face. Oh, it's so good.
I mean,
Great. Oh my god, I love it. See, if we didn't slow it down, we never would have known Nicole was slinging Wynonna at some random henchman.
and then in
It's
the next scene, like, Wynonna's face as she offs this guy, she's like too self-satisfied.
Yeah, she seems to be getting like a little bit happier with this killing business.
I mean, maybe he was just real mean to her.
Also, I just paused at the exact moment that the bullet enters the dude's head and like the blood spurts. It looks like he
Yeah.
has horns. Like, it was just the perfect frame to pause on, I guess.
I paused at the Peacemaker fire, like where it literally makes fire. Who's standing there? Is that Nicole?
Yeah.
Yep. Apparently, we're getting a bit more of them this season after the awesomeness that was their drunken night.
They're so
I
fun
love
together.
the two of them together.
And I like that nobody is just a one-note character on here. Like, you know, Waverly isn't just Wynonna's sister. She's 17 other things. Nicole isn't just Waverly's girlfriend. She's all of this other stuff. Like, I love how intricately all of the characters are woven into the plot. And they even did that with Perry last season, you know? Like, I kind of dig that.
And then we enter the
Make out corner.
sequence of everybody kissing.
Which is, you know, great and lovely and confusing, because
Very.
Doc is kissing Kate, and Wynonna's kissing probably
Riley
not
Finn.
Champ. What?
Riley Finn.
Right, she's kissing Riley Finn. You can
I mean, dude's got a military haircut.
you can do better, Wynonna. I can tell just by looking at him.
See, I just assumed this was Potato Guy for some reason.
It could,
Because I just didn't know about new characters, maybe?
or it could be that guy that
The rookie blue guy.
yeah.
Someone check some lobes. Gotta get a lobe check on aisle 3.
Get a lobe check on the Wynonna Earp trailer for season 3. Thank you.
Yeah, I knew that it, like, wasn't gonna happen and it's gonna be a complete disaster, but, like, I want her and Doc to be okay so badly.
That would be too simple.
I know it would. I know it's, like, not realistic.
I just don't see a world where they can ever be together and be happy.
Ever?
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't want us to lose all our followers. We'll talk about that some other time. I don't see a version of this story that Doc doesn't end up dead soon. Not, when he's 90 or
Oh, no, yeah,
350.
especially if he doesn't get, like, his immortality back.
Yeah, I just don't see
Because he's very reckless.
I just don't see how that's going to happen. I don't see him being like, "Oh, we sent them all back to hell. Let's go buy a nice little house and have some kids in a white picket fence." Like, I just don't think that that's going to happen. But we're getting off topic, and I'm sorry.
He already offered that. It was super cute.
I just don't know that he would be happy with that, even though he thinks he could be.
That's fair. Anyway,
Please cut all that so I don't get
is
any...
Wynonna have one of those Himalayan, like, weird lamp things? And is she wearing a shirt
A
that
gift
has,
from
like...
Kirsten.
Yes, to calm her. But is she wearing a sweatshirt with, like, alcoholic drinks on it?
It could be,
looks like coffee cups.
shots
coffee.
and beers and, like...
it could be coffee.
That's why I think it's a gift from Kirsten, like the jacket.
Totally.
yeah,
And then
it's-
she's got, like, a rockin' hood.
It's a Purgatory swag.
So
I could be down with that.
I think she's at Kate's business because in the promo pictures for Kate, it was like it reminded me of the show Clairvoyant, like it was like tarot card reader and stuff. So I feel like a salt lamp and candles lend itself to that. I mean, maybe not.
Right next to that lamp thing in the back, that looks to me like a miniature dress, like hanging.
What?
I think it's probably a purse, but
Or a canteen. It's probably a canteen.
no. Next to the left, in the back thing, the pink. It reminds me of like Sleeping Beauty, and there's just like this weird dress thing in the back, like make it pink, make it blue. I don't know. I got nothing. Sorry.
I am
guess
so
I've never seen
confused.
Sleeping Beauty.
To the left, in the back.
Okay, BP, you can fucking shout to the left and the back as many times as you fucking want to, and I'm still not going to see whatever you're fucking talking about.
And then they
Wowzers.
broke up again.
I think we're up to like 10 today.
To the back
Oh.
and on the left doesn't, like, oh, you're right, I have seen Sleeping Beauty. Like, that's not how it works.
I was just saying it looked like a dress. You don't have to see Sleeping Beauty to know what a dress looks like.
Have you met me? I kind of do.
Oh my gosh. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm just
More
gonna-
why not? Hot's got crazy eyes.
Love it. And I love, oh, I just paused on the best thing. On her best face. I think it's
Yeah.
actually Drunk Hot's current profile picture on Twitter.
Yeah, it's the one that I took a screenshot of.
Yeah. I love that she says to her, I think it's stop quipping and run. And that just gave me such Buffy feels.
And I like that Wynonna's like, yeah, all right, let's go.
And they're still handcuffed together, right?
Right.
And she has the track pants on. You can see the stripe.
Or at least it's been broken. Like, Wynonna still has the handcuff. It looks like it might be long enough that they're not together anymore. But, like, they both have one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's from the same episode of the with the fight where she flings her.
No, they're handcuffed together for half the season.
Surprise! You wanted
She
why
was
not
there
Pro
during
TV?
the weird kiss. It's, like, super weird.
So, in the background, to the left of them,
That
like
dude?
There's a dress.
right before the scene changes, there's a dude who looks like he's
Yeah.
in a monk robe that looks like he's holding a giant piece of cellophane.
I think it's just
Yep.
a hoodie.
Do you see it?
It does look like some sort of robe. It's probably like a really basic hoodie from like Target, but
Yeah, I see a hoodie. I want to know what that sign says. I can't clear it up at all.
Oh, to the right? Yeah, I wondered the same thing.
No, to the left and to the
I'm
back.
gonna punch you in the throat.
Good luck with that.
I'm gonna punch you in the potato.
Gonna potato you in the punch.
there's a lot of writing on that sign.
I know. That's why it's like very interesting to me.
So
moving
Wynonna's
on.
in a coffin,
As you do,
like usual.
right? In a dress.
Dressed like
maybe.
she's going to her own funeral.
Correct. Ooh, maybe they like fake her death for something.
I assume they were just trying to smuggle her in somewhere, but yeah, maybe they do fake her death.
I mean, I
Doll
guess if
seems
you're gonna get
surprised to
smuggled
find
into
her.
a funeral home. Does he seem surprised?
Or maybe he was just like searching for the right coffin or something.
Aren't we all really just searching for the right coffin?
Oh man.
Can you all believe they haven't kicked me off this podcast yet? Me neither. So then we have Doc holding up that box of bullets, and he says, "Bad lead, good times," I think?
I couldn't figure out what he said.
I'm pretty sure that's
And he
what it
just
is.
starts pouring them out. Like, you don't need to reload bullets on this show. What is his problem?
Bad lead, good times, that is what he says.
And then somebody
He's fighting Waverly.
and like Waverly has like superpowers now?
Apparently.
Well, and I've seen some theories too. Like you see that glowing light across the middle of the screen. Some people think that proves that she's an angel. I don't necessarily see that.
Is it like the horizontal light
Yeah, because
from Nicole's flashlight?
it could just
Yeah, that's definitely what it's from.
well, and it could just be the sun shining through the fucking goddamn barn. Because look at the
No,
walls.
it's the flashlight. You can see exactly where she is. It's the flashlight.
And I feel like this is a new development because Nicole looks genuinely shocked that her girlfriend just flung a man across the room.
Maybe she's
Yeah.
dabbling in witchcraft like Willow.
Who is that, though? And they don't have shoes on. Because their shoes are on the ground.
Maybe it's her mother,
Maybe it is her.
or maybe
She's
it's
the
Mama
one staying
Earp,
in there.
who isn't necessarily her mother.
Is she holding like a giant gun
It looks like
the wrong way? Like using a pistol whip someone?
it's like
It's a hockey stick. I'm kidding.
I can't even describe what it looks like.
Looks like one of Bobo's coats got real dirty.
And like a jagged like piece of rusty metal.
That she's holding.
Yeah.
Or he, we don't know.
That they're holding. Maybe it is Bobo.
Maybe.
It could be.
Oh, it's totally Nicole. I see the flashlight now.
Yeah, but I mean, she just basically like moves her hand and it's like, fuck you, here goes my whole... Like, get out. And yeah, like you guys said, Nicole looks like so genuinely surprised. Like,
Nicole's like, oh fuck, I don't want to piss her off.
Thank God she didn't do that when she found out I was married. That's what she's thinking.
maybe it's both, though. Maybe it's like the flashlight and something else is happening. Because, like, why does that light... What's the light on the left?
Like
Because,
underneath.
like, you can see where Nicole is flashing.
Right.
Unless she just... No, she doesn't move. She continues, like, straight down the middle, but there's a light that, like, follows the person.
Maybe there's somebody standing across from Nicole also holding a flashlight? Like on the other side of the barn? Or Waverly's an angel and that's just her angel bits coming out. Angel bits!
I don't think I'm ever going to agree specifically with the angel thing. I think it's too obvious.
I don't disagree. I don't think that. I'm not convinced Waverly isn't... I think Waverly's just Waverly.
I'm actually not going to voice my opinion. Continue on.
Yikes.
Voice your opinion.
I think it's a fucking stupid theory.
Whoa. Okay.
The angel thing?
Yeah, it just seems so dumb.
It seems kind of obvious.
It seems like it would be like super lazy storytelling. And now that I've said that, it's going to be true, and Emily Andres is allowed to kick me in the face.
I will say, I think if it does happen, it won't be lazy storytelling. I can see where you're coming from, and I know that we both have an issue with lazy storytelling right now.
Nothing pisses me off more.
Right. Because right now, with what we've seen, it does almost feel obvious and a shortcut and an easy thing to do, like making someone with an evil last name evil, hypothetically speaking. But, like, I do think if that is what happens on this show, it won't be in a lazy way, if that makes sense.
Maybe she's, like, possessed at this moment, or she has some, like, leftover miction strength.
I was gonna say,
Or, like,
touched
she
more
learned some
goo.
spells because Clutie's trying to get to her.
I think that that's more likely. I've always seen her journey as more like Willow's, and I could see her stumbling on something that makes her realize that she could harness the power in the triangle for good, and her trying to learn some witchcraft. And I could also see, like, you know, what if Ward and Michelle weren't her parents? What if she is more, you know, somehow related to the blacksmith? What if this has something to do with her being the keeper of the bones? Like, could be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree with you.
But next we get Wayshot, so it's all okay.
Is that so?
Is that a hat or a scarf?
I was gonna say, it looks like there's a cat, like, curled up on her shoulder.
Is she holding? Is Calamity Jane pulling the trigger? I'm here for it.
I don't know what that is. Like a hat? Like, I don't.
Or is it like like a blue and yellow poofy scarf thing?
I think it has to be. If it is, hopefully it's easy to crochet. I assume that was just the other part of her scarf, but I don't know.
It looks. It looks weird.
Definitely.
Okay, in the next scene where Nicole is coming out of her closet,
Which made me laugh too much.
that definitely looks like a different shirt.
What do you mean?
Her shirt wasn't light blue, was it? I'm gonna stop
It
talking.
looks like the same shirt she had on last season
Alright,
when
fine.
the widows came after her.
However, if that is her house and that is her closet, those are not her purses.
I was gonna say, it looks like some Earp quality, like, quote unquote clutch situation.
Maybe she's hiding up in
They can't be
Waverly's.
clutches, they're hanging.
Maybe she's up.
No,
in,
but it's like ridiculous purses.
maybe she's up in Waverly's room because it looks like Doc is walking in on her, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to believe? That Doc opens the closet door and finds Nicole.
Yeah. It's got that weird wallpaper.
She's hiding for some reason.
Which is weird. 'cause
Maybe-
I thought she ran towards the danger baby.
I don't know.
And then we've got double gun pointing by two women, which is always awesome.
Always awesome. I'm super excited to find out Kate's story, I will say. And where are they with this? I don't think that the Earp Homestead has that chandelier.
And everything is covered.
Yeah,
Is Rosita in this season?
we don't know.
Huh.
I mean, there are obviously a lot of people in this trailer, not in this trailer that we know are in this season, because unless one of them is a fucking potato, neither Zoe Palmer nor Anna Silk are in this trailer.
Yikes.
Anna Silk flew to Calgary to, like, do voiceover for a potato.
Surprise, everyone. You heard it here first. So then, what? Wynona's doing something, like she does.
Like she does. She looks like she just got possessed.
Are those-
Or else she just, like,
Or, like, came out of a
popped up
trance.
from being passed out, yeah.
Are those eyes?
Like,
on
maybe
this?
they got her in the woods and took her inside, and this is when she, like, whatever. But yeah, she's looking up at, like, faces or eyes
Yeah.
on the, it's like a face, it looks like, that's split in half
Yeah,
on the
but
ceiling.
that's fucked
is
up.
that's not the same scene.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
She's not wearing the same outfit, I don't think.
No, she's not. Okay.
I do always look for the fashion first. It's my brand.
Making sure it's weather appropriate.
Correct. So then we have Waverly being dragged through the snow and there's blood. It's no good.
And of course, Melanie Scrofano had to make a Diva Cup joke.
Correct. Correct. There
It
was,
looks like that blood's on her leg.
you think?
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like on the side
It's
of her
coming
thigh.
from her leg, yeah, on the right.
Oh, I see that now.
I mean, on the left here, but it's her right. And then she's screaming Wynonna like she did last season, which is like possibly the most gut-wrenching thing that Waverly's ever done.
Correct.
Dom does that so well.
Oh my gosh, it's so terrifying.
It's very terrifying.
And is she holding something in her hand?
It's a post-it note that says I am all in.
It does look like maybe it's a phone number. I don't know.
Maybe it's Pete's phone number.
She does look like she's wearing a dress, no? Like, come on, kid. Put some pants on.
She's holding the instructions for her Diva Cup, maybe.
It's like, this has gone terribly wrong. Help, Wynonna.
Something's wrong! Oh, let's move past those jokes. Then we have Dolls, Doc, Wynonna, and Jeremy, badass walking down the street.
Like, in formation.
But Doc is smoking. And Jeremy's wearing the biggest scarf known to mankind. That's like a fucking Lenny Kravitz scarf.
Yeah. And Crocs, maybe?
Perhaps it's a reference to Lake Placid Legacy. And then we have the unkillable gay squad running through the forest.
So Jeremy's, like, really getting around.
I've always said that about Jeremy, but I don't think he has the mustache hair.
I was gonna say, I don't think so either.
I think we'll just see it for a little bit. Is he holding an axe?
Hatchet.
What's the difference? I know.
Size.
Is it just size?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think also axes, well, they don't always have both sides with blades, right?
I think just... And what I was about to say is going to sound like I was really being a smartass, and I didn't mean it that way, so I'm just not going to say anything. So why didn't I just keep my fucking mouth shut?
Yeah. Now you kind of have to say it.
I don't. I think just a double-headed axe has blades on each side.
That's true. Yep.
So they're running through the forests.
Email us any information you have on the difference between axes and hatchets. Thank you.
There's this thing called Google, so if someone could just do that for us, it'd be great.
They've obviously never listened to My Favorite Murder, too.
It's true.
Because they are not staying out of the forest.
It looks like they're running into the forest.
Even is Waverly wearing? She's got so many colors that are clashing.
And no coat, but another giant scarf, right?
Nicole definitely has the same pants
she's
as last
wearing
season.
Yeah, definitely the same pants. I don't know, but like those gloves that she's wearing are like super intense.
A lot of Waverly's wardrobe is super intense.
It's true. We got flowers. We got like a pink to gray to blue scarf. That
It's like
flowery thing may or may not be a jacket. And does she still have something in her hand? Because there's like a lot of color going on in her left hand, my right.
Yeah.
It's her paternity results. She's just never opened them.
Oh my gosh.
I keep scrolling back and forth through the scene, and it's just so confusing.
Yeah, me too, but it also looks hilarious.
I agree with
It's
both
like
of
she
you.
has like a
going
little
back
pride
up.
flag in her hand.
It's kind of what it looks like, to be honest.
And then in the next scene, I can only assume that Willa has walked in on Doc and Wynonna in the barn like she does.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they were having some sort of moment.
And then Clutie,
He's so creepy.
that is a hat. Damn.
Ugh, and then he just blows something. What is it?
Feathers.
Is it moths? Is it
9 moths minimum.
is it just like happy dust?
He needs 9 moths
it-
every day.
No day? No, yeah, I mean, of course. Is it like cocaine? Is it baby powder? Like what do you got going on, dude?
Because it starts and it looks like a ball. And then
Yeah, like he actually holds it up. It's not coming like out of his mouth.
That's just some magic shit.
Ew. It's literally like magic shit.
So I thought
Yeah,
that,
he blew shit in their face.
fun fact, I thought this conversation would maybe take a half an hour. I don't know
Nope.
what I was thinking.
It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know.
This is 90 seconds long.
We are fucking ridiculous.
I checked the time a few minutes ago. It was like, wow, this trailer isn't even like 2 minutes long.
That is pretty on brand for us.
That is true.
I mean, I think, like, I'm super excited I was already super excited for season 3, but this trailer made me even more excited. Like, it was really well done, it was exciting, there's just a shit ton of stuff, obviously, packed in here. We talked about a 90-second trailer for 90 minutes. It probably won't be 90 minutes when we're done, but...
close enough.
Ish. I mean, you're not gonna have to edit this at all, are you? We're basically perfect.
Just overtalk. That's it.
We try so hard, but we're so excited.
Oh, no, I know. It's fine. Also, it's Michelle's turn, so...
Oh, right. You don't have to do shit.
Yep. I'm not going to cut any of it out. It's just going to go in as is.
Fucking fine with me.
She's going to put in a bleep over her last name. That's it.
Whatever.
Did we say my last name?
Monica did.
I did, yeah.
Good luck finding where.
I did a podcast a couple weeks ago with, I did Tales of the Black Badge, and it was a joke, like, because I kept trying not to swear, so finally I just did it. And they missed one. I realized when I was listening to it.
I caught that.
Yeah. They got most of them, but, whoops.
Like when you caught yourself and it was so obvious that you were just going to drop an F-bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody really called me out on that, which was fair. I'm like, I'm used to being on our podcast where I can say anything and no one cares. And I mean
That's
that in
true.
a good way.
On our podcast, if we didn't curse, like, people would be concerned.
If we didn't curse, each episode would be like 17 minutes long.
If even.
Do you guys have any final thoughts on this 90-second trailer?
I don't think so.
Jesus Christ, guys. Like, we're amazing. No?
I mean, I'm excited. This season seems like it's going to be maybe a bit more dramatic than last season was.
Do you want to talk briefly about, like, what we'll do until the season premieres and then what we'll do for season 3? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we had some discussion about what we were going to do if we were going to try and hurry up and get season 2 done before season 3 started. And we decided that in order to keep a schedule to do that, by the end of it, we probably would end up just hating each other. And we would like to not hate each other. So we're going to have more little episodes like this where we talk about some different things, maybe some character studies and what we want to see in season 3 and stuff.
Quote unquote little episodes.
Little episodes, just little mini-sodes, just little, 3-hour, just little chunks of our time.
Yeah, we figured that the content we'd be creating if we forced ourselves to record would not be the best. So this seems like the safer option for, like, your ears and our sanities.
And then for season 3, we're just going to do, hopefully, little short 20 to 30 minute kind of reactions to each episode. And then we'll do, after season 3 is over, we're going to go back to season 2 and start doing spoiler-filled for season 2. And then if there's time, we'll get in season 3 as well, just full-length reactions. But we're going to do short ones during the season. Because we all... have a lot of stuff going on during the actual season too, so finding time is going to be a little difficult.
And mind you, the definition of short is a bit of a sliding scale. So it might be 10 minutes, it might be 4 hours.
Right?
You
You
really
really just
know.
never know with us.
We promise it'll be between those two numbers, though.
Yes, I think that's fair.
The one time we accidentally do a 7-hour podcast.
I feel like we could have done it today. I really do. But I hear thunder, so I think that we should wrap this up before I get kicked off. So am I good to wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you for listening, everybody. We hope you enjoyed our extremely detailed analysis of a 90-fucking-second trailer for Wynonna Earp Season 3. If you want to find us on the Twitter, you can find us at ErpsplainPod. If you want to get a hold of us, you can find all of our contact information at our website, which is ErpsplainPod.com. You can find me on Twitter, Monica, at Lesbianser.
BP at Beepsplain, or Earp Your Fandom for Wynonna Earp-related things.
Or me at McNick1291, where I swear at some point in time I will get back on Twitter. It's going to happen.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you had as good of a time listening to us shout as we had shouting. And remember, it may be a shit show, but it's our shit show.